Hey, what's up, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can experience, feel, cultivate more self-love. Most of us, if we're willing to admit it, are incredibly, downright insanely unloving to ourselves. The way we talk to ourselves, the way we define ourselves and ridicule ourselves. And yet that leads to more unpleasant experiences and feelings. And we're all sort of in this process where we're aware of this. We're aware that we deserve love, but it's so habitual for us to beat the crap out of ourselves that it's very tough. A lot of us might want to feel and have more self-love, but again, this conditioning has such momentum and such a hold on us that we just find ourselves unable to. But this video is going to share with you 5 actual, actionable, practical tips that you can start doing today that I believe will make a massive difference in your life, as it has my own. Number 1 is to act as if. You will probably find yourself doing things, exhibiting behaviors as if you actually felt self-love before the feelings actually come to match. And this will actually help sort of allow yourself to feel those feelings of self-love. So what I'm saying here is like exercise, treating your body with respect, putting into your body healthy and wholesome and nutritious foods, that sort of thing. Or maybe taking more time for yourself. Many of you might be a busy parent. I know I am. And sometimes I feel guilty going to the pool where I'm staying, even for like 20 minutes. I have the emotion of guilt. Like, oh, you should be doing this. You have other things to be doing. But I deserve it. I work hard. I'm a good father, husband, etc. Even though I sometimes had those feelings of like, oh no, you don't deserve to go to the pool for 20 minutes. I go anyway. And it helps. It helps solidify my knowingness that it's okay to love myself and to treat myself good. That's another one. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to something kind of fun. If you want to really kick this off the bang, do something you wouldn't normally do for yourself. Like give yourself a little gift. For me, I just got caught wind that the Red Hot Chili Peppers are coming to town real soon. And the tickets are all sold out. I had to pay an arm and a leg on StubHub just to go. It was not a wise expense, But I love the band, so does my wife. I'm treating myself. I deserve it. I work hard, and I'm going to do it. Number 2, and this is a real powerful tool I give a lot of my coaching clients, is recite positive affirmations. A real simple one, and I think I mentioned this in a recent video, is you wake up every morning. First thing you do is you walk into the bathroom, you stare yourself dead in the eyes, and out loud you say, I love you. Victor, I love you. You don't have to say my name, say your own name, obviously. I love you. It's a very... It seems so simple, but it can actually be a very intense experience. It's eventually what it's going to actually do. It might cause you to feel very unloving initially. It'll probably raise a lot of emotions and thoughts and beliefs that are contrary to this statement. But only when you can start to address those and become aware of those can you actually start to see how illogical they are and then rid yourself of them. Number 3 is to meditate. I recommend meditating a lot. It's a very it's got a lot of uses in meditation, and I'll explain to you why in particular I suggest meditation for this purpose. Because when you meditate, you sort of let go and relax into your natural self, into your real self. The character, the ego, just by definition, even if you're not that good, to some extent, it will start to sort of recede and loosen its grip. And then what you have are varying degrees of you experiencing your real core self. And your real core self is very loving of itself. It's basically made out of love. And when you get halfway decent, even somewhat satisfactory at meditation, almost every time you can feel an inner peace. It's not a euphoria, not an ecstasy, not to be mistaken with extreme pleasure, but an inner peace where you feel just And if you make the habit of meditating, you will start to experience that stillness, that self-love more and more and more throughout the day outside of meditation. You'll be able to sink into that more at will. Number 4 is to forgive yourself. I know instantly you're probably thinking, easier said than done. How? That may be a whole nother video in of itself. You guys can actually let me know if that interests you. But I'll give you one technique that I use personally. It's whenever I have guilt, like guilty feelings that I can see don't really line up with logic, like for example, me going to the pool for 20 minutes. Like, the emotion of guilt is there. And a lot of times if we just allow it to be there, it sort of taints our reason, our logical and logic and reasoning faculties, and then we can start having these really distorted, tainted, yet somewhat seemingly clever and rational thoughts that justify this emotion of guilt. But if you can just be more conscious, which the meditation will help with, you can say, you're going to the pool, Vic. You just worked all day, you just made a bunch of videos and hooked a bunch of people up that is going to help a lot of people. After that, you hung out with the kids, and now the kids are napping, and there's really nothing else to do. There's no reason that you should feel guilty going to the pool. So that's the technique. I do this. I actually speak out loud to myself. I talk to myself like a crazy person. Say, Victor, it's okay. You can go to the pool. There's no, the house is not going to burn down. You're totally fine. You've done your job. Go kick back and chill out. You're going to be fine. There's no reason to feel guilty. That's probably stemming from some sort of like childhood issues that are yet to be resolved. But in the meantime, let's get on with it. We're going to do this. Just these these out loud conscious pep talks can be very valuable as you start to sort of attack the guilt with logic and reason and say, why are you here? You have no business here. This makes no sense for you to feel guilty. And that is just one of the many ways you can sort of address your guilt. When you feel that guilt come up, you start talking to it and say, what the hell, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. And that will sort of help rewire you, and eventually the guilt will come on less and less and less. Number 5, and this is a spin-off of the affirmations. I can't recall the number 2 or 3, I think. Again, a lot of people say positive affirmations because they think it's going to immediately make them feel or get what they're asking for. Just the way this whole process works, you start saying, I love you, you're going to feel very unloving. You're going to feel like shit about yourself very often. Not very often, but it's to be expected. You'll attract life situations into your life that reflect this unlove you have for yourself. So the whole thing here is to deal and be on the lookout. You're doing your I love you affirmations, and you can expect to be on the lookout for, again, anything you're harboring within unconsciously that is contrary to that. And then you can start to just kind of deal with it as it comes about. So deal with your life. Allow life to show you why you're not already being loving right now. So that's all, my friends. I hope you got something out of this video, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Peace.